Like, Chris is about to walk all over these stocks. Here we go.
Here we go. Sean knows about my esports voice. It is. I'm so glad he described it to me.
Did you want to commentate, Tony? All right, here we go. Handing over like Chris is about to hand over these stocks. Oh. Sonic. Let's get it.
Hi, Connor.
Hello, Tony. Congratulations on your win.
Yeah, I think that was my best win so far.
That or beating the 87th seed in Ultimate.
Oh, that was the 81st seed, actually.
81st seed, right.
I also beat the 17th seed.
Dang.
Yeah, I think I'm just the best ice climbers in IL.
Mock says in chat, oh, first, Tony, have you ever played Nintendo Land? For Wii U?
A couple times. I don't remember much about it.
Okay. We were talking about the Animal Crossing game.
Oh, I don't remember anything.
I've never thought of dual guards. WTF. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. Who won this last week? Chris won last week, right? Or last time they played?
Oh, you mean between these two?
It was in Minnesota, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Wyld was. Chris went to both Tripoint and Minnesota. And just didn't sleep.
In Minnesota, who won? Chris?
Wyld won.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. There we go. That's all the set history we need.
They're generally very even, though.
Yeah.
Chris was above Wyld on the most recent PR.
Yeah.
But I think Wyld has been turning it up this season, to be quite honest.
Well, I've partially associated it with Chris just becoming more familiar in the matchup, and Wyld specifically, because they play a lot.
I think that they do play a lot. That is my opinion.
Thanks, Tony.
You're welcome.
What are your opinions on this matchup?
I don't know. I think every matchup is close enough to even. It doesn't matter. I think people think too much about character matchups, to be quite honest.
Let me rephrase the question then. What do you think are the nuances of this matchup that make it interesting for viewers?
It's Falcon just dies, and it's very scary. But Sonic is also a pretty nice combo weight. He can kind of mess Sonic up too. But I think that it is something that is scarier for Falcon, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think that like Falcon always has to keep on his toes, and Sonic can kind of afford to be a little more like
reckless.
Yeah, a little more reckless.
I can't believe Chris missed that knee.
But not much more reckless.
Yeah, of course.
It's just
that
Falcon
reckless in a different way.
Yeah, yeah. It's just that Falcon can't afford to be reckless at all.
Yeah.
So it's like,
which is ironic for Chris. I think that maybe that's why Chalupi does so well against Wyld.
Oh, does he?
I'm pretty sure he does. How did Chalupi do today? I'm gonna look at bracket.
He got 7th or 9th.
Check it out.
I think he got 9th. He lost to Michael in losers. It was a close set, I think. I mean, it was 2-1, but Michael did actually four-stock Chalupi game 2.
Dang. Oh, that wasn't what I was doing. I can get it. Hold on. I can get it.
Hijack.
Who won that game?
Good question. Chat, can you tell us?
I'm pretty sure Wyld
won
that game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
3, 2, 1, go!
Did it update on there?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, if that's incorrect, please let us know immediately.
Yeah,
I mean,
immediately.
wait, no, I'm an idiot. I can look. Yeah, it was Wyld.
Yay. Good job checking. So,
oh my god. Oh, he went for the nipple spike. That could have been a reverse knee and a half, dude.
well, the knee might not have killed is the thing. The nipple spike was actually guaranteed, just harder.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, nice.
Jesus Christ.
That's what you gotta do against Sonic a lot of the time, honestly. You just wait for him to hit your shield and then read where he goes right after he hits your shield. And then you can do things like hit him with a knee afterwards.
I've never thought of it that way. I usually, with Sonic, I've explained my cup theory too many times on stream, but I'll do it again. Basically, I just visualize the stage as a cup, and Sonic wants to approach at these angles, like a V, and you just need to figure out where, and then condition him that that's okay, and then wave dash back down tilt or whatever, and he runs into it every time.
I think that Sonic can be in different modes.
Yes.
Where he can be like in the way you described it, but Sonic is also very good at just like playing very, very grounded and just dash dancing and just dash dance grab.
I would argue though that against someone like Wyld, he's less likely to play that way. You know, against like Aeon?
It depends on the matchup, because he will play more grounded against me.
Okay.
But that's just because you need to do that against Game & Watch.
Yeah.
But I think it's a big game of just recognizing what mode he's in, and then counterplaying him from there.
That was one of the things that Wyld told me when I first met him, how he likes to mess with the pace of the game, just in terms of playing super grounded, passive, and then suddenly flipping a switch and trying to overwhelm the opponent.
Yeah, and you can also like fake them out and be like, ha, I flipped on the switch, but I didn't actually flip on the switch. I'm actually still playing passive, and you thought I was playing aggressive.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah, you can kind of mess with them that way. Because then they'll be like, oh, I need to counterplay his aggressiveness now. But he's not actually doing that.
Surprised you can go for downer there. I'm pretty sure you could set that up.
I wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking at Jack because that's more appealing to me.
Wow, back air kills off the top?
He was at a pretty high percentage.
I'm just surprised the angle set that way. Yeah, Chris is looking pretty solid this game.
Yes, matter does not pass through him, and he does not conform to the shape of his demeanor. Solid indeed. Okay, that was a weird name.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Wyld didn't get more off of it. I'm surprised he's going this route. Well, okay, never mind. Yeah,
he down tilted 67 times. I liked that stomp. It was very safe.
I like that wait there. Even though it didn't work out for Wyld, old Wyld would have jumped through back aired every day of the week. And he didn't. He waited. Chris should be dead.
I'll be honest, Wyld is much better now than he ever has been. I think that it was like 2 weeks ago. The week recently where I went to Game 10 with Wyld.
Yeah.
I could not grab him, and I usually win by grabbing him.
Yeah.
I don't know, like...
I would say he's definitely broken the plateau in the last month.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
I think that he will... This season might have very good things in store for him.
Speaking of, down air. Wow. Dang.
Hey, we should
So if the chat doesn't know, Sonic has a down air, and it sends downwards if you attack with it. And ORLY went back to the Dreamland stage, and they opted to go for Green Dreamland because Chris Danger Britain prefers that.
Oh, what the fuck? Is he... No, I thought he was dead. I thought that was an edge guard. I'm surprised he went for up air there and not nair. Just to push back off stage. Yeah, it was nice. Wyld's playing well.
He certainly is. Let's figure out what Chris needs to do, okay? So what does Chris need to do to not be down 0-2? Not do that.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like he's not converting nearly as hard as he usually does.
I do agree, and it's hard to tell if that's because Wyld isn't allowing him to do that, or simply because Chris is missing it.
It's,
you know?
yeah, it's chicken and the egg.
I feel like it's honestly more likely to be on Wyld's end of playing it well because just whoa.
Oh, that was a signal.
Based on my recent experiences with him.
Yeah. That's something I've noticed with Chris too, is that it usually takes him a game or two to really get the fire going, just in terms of adaptation, I would say. I'm basing that mostly off like look at his sets with Chalupi, right? Chalupi, they had a set 3 weeks ago where he reverse 3-0'd him, and it's like so common that Chalupi will go up early against Chris just because he's so reaction based by the book, whereas Chris takes longer to download. I don't know, am I out of line there?
I see what you're saying, but I don't think it's necessarily because of adaptation. I feel like Chris is just
a momentum-based player.
He's way better when he's down. Like I think he tells himself, like, consciously that he needs to turn it up. Not necessarily he's adapting in any way, but I think he is actually just, his comfort zone is under pressure.
Okay.
And most players are
bad.
Yeah, they're bad like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm very similar in that way, which is why I think I do so well against Chris most of the time.
Yeah. Interesting. It won't matter if Wyld keeps... Oh my god.
I really liked that dare. Oh, he
Oh,
just barely got it. This is looking extremely difficult for Chris, yeah.
Holy shit. That was brutal.
Brutal like a toaster strudel. Okay, so now the winner plays... Wyld plays the winner of Morse Code